Good morning. Today is Mindfulness Monday, and for today's thoughts, meditations, today we're going to talk about fear. I recently have come in contact with some very old and loving friends that are struggling, and they're not struggling for any particular reason. There is something that is so fear-based within them that it is making them feel panic attacks, like something's wrong with their body, that something's wrong with them, and if they step outside their doors, they are going to be unalived. Not by any nefarious means other than their fear is so overwhelming that it is hurting them. And it was a very moving and difficult session in my Reiki. Like, it was so much that I was moved to tears, and it was hard to not pull some of that fear out of my client. I love this client. This person has been a part of my life. And I have very high compassion. So I felt the fear, and it's so overwhelming that I had to break it down. And I had to say, well, what is the job of this fear? This is my teaching for my client. What is the job of this fear? Does this fear do anything other than make you feel incredibly terrible? And how much power do you think fear has, truly has? Or is it more we relinquish our great power to not face the fear? So as the fear grows and grows and grows, we as people diminish and diminish and diminish, and we stop our lives. We stop doing the things that we want to do because this fear is growing and growing and growing until it's just this attachment, and it has this life that stops your life. And I had to tell my client, look that fear in the eye and say, you have no power here. You mean nothing without my acceptance of you. So the fact that I would accept this fear gave it power. And the client was able to start battling back. So I just want to say, fear is a liar. Fear is a liar. It's going to tell you all these things when you try to step out of your norm and expand and grow and have an adventure and have things to do and to be. And you are stopped dead in your tracks because the fear of the unknown has grown into this immense force that you allowed it to grow into. If you want to do the things, tell fear to go. I am willing to face what you are saying to me, fear, and you have no power here. You do not get my acceptance to grow. You do not get power over me. You do not get to tell me what I'm going to experience when I don't know myself. And I am willing to face that unknown to experience it. And you, fear, will not stop me in my tracks anymore. Take your power back. Take your power back from this fictitious thing that you're giving power to. Fear is a liar. You may have had experience where terrible things have happened to you, and those trigger those memories, and you're afraid. That's a different fear. But each experience is new and different, and it might not be the same, and you might not find out because this fear stops you from moving forward and growing and experiencing something that could be completely beautiful and different. Don't allow the past fears to come back and harm you, and don't allow the fear of the unknown to harm you and stop you in your tracks anymore. We have to move forward. We were meant to move forward, to grow, to learn, to have adventures, to have beautiful, joyful experiences. And if you allow fear to win, you become small. You become worse. You become ailed. You become diseased. You become all the things that you don't want to be, just because you won't tell fear to go away. You have no power here. I will find out. I will be brave and strong and venture through this. And it is an experience for me, and you will not stop me. That is my advice for today. Face your fear. Look fear in the eye. And even if it has to be a little bit by a little bit, to grow in strength and inner fortitude, tell that fear to literally fuck off. You're a liar. I don't deal with liars. Liars don't have power in my house. I do. And I will experience this, and I will figure out the truth for myself. I hope that really helps, especially for those of you who are facing fears. I also recommend meditations on some YouTube channels to empower you and release fear, and do a little bit of shadow work. Why are we having these fears, and why are they being triggered right now? You really need to dive deep into, why do I experience this every time I want to do this? It's time to break through. It's time to break the chains and the binds that fear has on you, and live and experience and enjoy the beauty that this life does have to offer. You just have to see the beauty beyond the fear. Amethyst crystals work as well. Black tourmaline works. Love me some smoky quartz for this, because it absorbs that inner monologue that tells you you're not good enough, you're not brave enough, you're not strong enough. So those are a few things that may be able to help you. Have a great day.